All right, we going live right now, man. BJ, what up, man? You know what I'm saying? What's going on, YouTube family? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, this another Saturday sessions. You know what I'm saying? My little mix that I thought up. You know what I'm saying? Since it's a Saturday, talk about some good shit though, some good knowledge and shit on the Saturday, man. I remember back in the day, moms used to have us cleaning up the house and shit on. You know what I'm saying? After Saturday morning cartoons on the weekends, you feel me? But now we dropping some good knowledge though as adults. You know what I'm saying? Got my boy King BJ with me. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, talking some good stuff. What's going on, BJ? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. Daggone, just another day in the life.
Man, I feel you on that, man. Shit, we all trying to maintain. You know what I'm saying? Especially with all this madness going on, literally this chaos that they're trying to inflict. That they already kind of look, he already doing already. They're already inflicting it already. They're already doing what they're doing, and we reacting how we're reacting. But a lot of times we don't even know what they're doing, so we're reacting a certain way because we think it's the right reaction, because we think it's honest. We think it's coming from an honest place, which is not. That's the crazy thing about it. That's the deception. You see what I'm saying? That that goes down with that. It's the deception. We constantly getting deceived. Which see when you don't have that clear thought and the good discernment, then you you can't stay focused, and you're gonna be getting deceived every time. Every time it happens, you're not gonna have a clear field of judgment. So that's that right there in a nutshell. Oh yeah. So we got a couple things we about to talk about here on this Saturday, man. We trying to break down some good gaming, some real good knowledge though, but at the same time keep the family aware and informed, for sure. Most definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's one thing we could talk about is just a little something, you know what I'm saying? Because we know YouTube be crazy. But we want to talk about control, man. You know what I'm saying? This form of control that they trying to have grown adults and children under. Because once you have the adults, you have the children. Once you have the head, you kill the head, then you kill the body. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so this little programming that they got us under is crazy because we could talk this kind of stuff and spit this kind of knowledge, and most people won't be aware and won't be in tune and won't really, they're not gonna really be feeling what we saying, that because that's the thing though. Like I said before, people want to be on the winning team. Everybody want to be on the winning team. So you would think, the reaction that you're and the way that you're reacting is a right reaction because you think it's coming from a certain place. But if you had discernment and if you had that critical thinking, then you would already know. You know what I'm saying? There would be no need to question yourself and question your own judgment. How about that? Does that make sense?
You
Yeah,
right.
man. Oh yeah. So yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? They got us shook, Uh they're hitting us with mayonnaise, they're hitting us with all types of stuff. They're hitting and another thing they're hitting us with they're hitting our women with a lot of BS and predictive programming as well. They're hitting our women with a lot of lies and foolishness about the black man. So you got a little civil war going on YouTube too. You see what I'm saying? So we're getting it from all angles. You see what I'm saying? And we got to really use our discernment and really try to use our judgment and critical thinking skills to get out of that. Don't get part of that. Don't be a part of that BS. And because a lot of little circles on YouTube here that be doing that. I just had to because I was watching some stuff earlier, and I felt like I had to put that out there, man. You know what I'm saying? We see a lot of it, man. We see a lot of the bashing, but it's funny how we see the lot of the bashing, and then on one side, people combat the bashing on one side when it's a so-called man doing it. But when it's women, saying all this stuff and no strikes or nothing like that on their YouTube pages, by the way. But when they say stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, it's all good. They get followers, they get likes, you see what I'm saying? They don't really get no they don't get no pushback. You see what I'm saying? But when it's somebody else that's doing it like a male, then they get petitions on getting their channels taken down. It's crazy. But yeah, we just got to fight and combat that kind of behavior, man, because we grown adults, man, and if we really trying to move forward and stuff like that, and trying to push the family together, we can't be on that. BJ, what you think about that, man? The little Civil War, little YouTube stuff we got going on right now, man. I just thought about this right now, man. As a matter of fact, man.
Man, I think it's kind of nutty, but at the same time, man, I mean, I mean, I'm not worried about the civil war that's going on in YouTube. I'm worried about the civil war that's going on out here between the people and the satanic elites.
That's
That's
real.
the real war going on right now.
That's real.
Right? All other stuff is secondary.
Oh yeah, that's real.
That's the real war.
I could agree with that. I could agree with that, man. And see, a lot of this stuff is coming from a bigger place too, man. It's like you said, the real war, the government, man, and private entities and private companies and private stockholders and stuff like that too. And some of this started too with the earlier with the having our women combat us is certain systems and stuff that fell into play, back in the day that I think our women felt that they had to be underlined and with, and a lot of that brainwashing and stuff came back to, back in the day, CIA, Gloria Steinem, the feminist movement, Welfare Act after King died, 68. So I just felt like, a lot of this stuff it's not new. It's new, but it's not new. You see what I'm saying? And it has our people acting, certain things have our people acting the way they do. And it's been happening for a while, 60s, 50s, 40s. So you see what I'm saying? It's a lot of social engineering and conditioning that I think is a big part of this too. I know it's a big part of this. You got the social engineering, your social conditioning. You see what I'm saying, on different levels. You see what I'm saying? Just like I said the other day, you got you stage a court, you film a court proceeding, you film it live for millions of people to see, and it turns out that it is scripted and fake, then that could set precedents for new case laws, and that could change laws for real cases, and that's dangerous. That's CIA type uh stuff right there too. You see what I'm saying? That's fake conditioning type program too. Because when you feed into fake propaganda, you feed into lies, and then the truth, the lie might as well be the truth. You're conditioned to feed into them lies. You're conditioned, and that conditioning have you to the point where you think then that's okay, to where you act like that. You see what I'm saying? Repetitiveness is the key right there. Once you repeat something and embed something in somebody's mind, then that's it. It's over with. They might as well, you know what I'm saying? That might as well be their religion. You know, it's just all a psychological operation, just like the projects. You see what I'm saying? The project buildings, you know what I'm saying? The project buildings, what was the projects? The projects was the actual operation, actual project, like they said. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So yeah, man, we be conditioning without even knowing. Now the forms of music and stuff like that, and I would say how the music is now, and the topics of the music.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much on. I just sent you a link on Instagram on the show with this guy.
Oh, I didn't see. That's not why I was just calling, because I was just calling. I didn't. You just sent it.
Yeah, I'm on right now with him.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, man. But I think that's it right there, man. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. They give you these world leaders, they give you the situations, they give you these problem reaction solutions, and then they give you somebody to depend on more. That's the government. After King died, that was a snowball effect of psychological operations. That was a snowball effect of dependence, a snowball effect of us, of them wanting us to leech on them, including our women. You see what I'm saying? So all this stuff ain't nothing new, but like you were saying, yeah, man, this stuff is no joke. It's now that to the point where they're forcing us, trying to force mandate stuff on us, man, more force mandates, these jabs and stuff like that, man. So
Let me say something about that. I'm glad you brought that up. Glad you brought that up. A mandate is not a law. Remember that. Mandate is not allowed. However, they're going to try to coerce you into it. And be honest with you, a lot of people can be coerced, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, and I just sent you the article. They talk about actually building concentration camps for high-risk people, right? Internment camps. Don't it sound like Nazi Germany, man?
Oh, yeah.
Think. Let me say something to you. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, right? But I do my due diligence, I research. And I always said, I don't think I've been nowhere, but I guess if I'm still living, I was able to outsmart and outwit and sometimes just be able to out-research people because a lot of people don't do my research. I'm not smarter than you. I just do my research. That's all it is. I read it. I don't believe what the propaganda says. I don't believe the CNNs, the MSNBCs, the Fox News, the media networks, right? Because we know, I mean, who controls it? The synagogue of Satan. Who controls these entities? We know who's doing it. We know they got the Jewish people that's running YouTube right now. They know what we're talking about. They know I'm lying. If I'm not lying, tell me. I got the book sitting right in the other room right there. I pull it out for them. But we got to get to a point of knowing that it's ran by a 10% ruling class. 10% do the work for the 1%. We know who the 1% is. The Zionists, the Ashkenazi, the people. The ones that control the boule, as you talk about. We got another situation of the 85%, which are the sheep. We got the 5%, which is poor righteous teachers. I guess what we're doing could be considered 5% work. I'm not saying it's 5%, but that could be considered 5% work. We're actual 5%ers, the group, but 5% of trying to wake up the masses. So when you wake up the masses, they censor you. We have to always be aware of that. There's a lot of opposition out here. It's a lot of also help in strange places you don't know about. So that's how I look at it. And it can be a lonely existence, but the rewards can also be great when you find out. Because if you find a friend in me, you don't find a friend. And I consider those my friends who are able to take this truth and live with it. Because a lot of people can't handle it. I got guys that I've been knowing for a long time. I see them punking out. I'm just chilling back in the cut, man. Right now, anyway. So that's how I look at it. Henry Kissinger told you, once the herd submits to forced vaccination, you guys are investors and you stand to make millions. That's what Henry Kissinger said in 2009. Who is Henry Kissinger? The mentor of Barack Obama, along with Brzezinski. Whose daughter sits on NBC in the morning. So we know who these people are. We have to point them out and know who they are. See, a lot of people say about Obama and Trump, I don't know, George Bush, whatever they say, I care less about those guys because that's a face, but it's a deep state running the whole thing behind the scenes. Or as they call a wickedly wise Illuminati. Everything you got is a shadow government. So you got a government who's running the shadows. Is the CDC. It damn sure ain't Biden, okay? I'm just saying. So the shadow government's taking over.
Yeah, damn, that's real. Just like man, just like what I'm saying. The propagandists, the U.S. propagandists got the propaganda from no, I mean, excuse me, the German propaganda's got the propaganda from the US, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or excuse me, got the racism. Well, the propaganda was pushed by Goebbels, Joseph Goebbels, by the Nazis or whatever. But at the same time, the racism in the eugenics was given by from the US to the Nazis, my bad. But their propaganda has been around for a long time. You see what I'm saying? You know, the Germans and the you know, the Europeans are, you know, they mastered that. You see what I'm saying? So we got that, our news channels and our news stations and stuff like that got that from them, because coincidentally the CIA was made in 47, you know what I'm saying, right after the Nazi party fell. You see what I'm saying? And I think CBS, don't get me wrong, was made a little bit after 47, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, basically a stooge, you know, CIA stooge was Walter Cronkite. You see what I'm saying? That just happened to work for CBS. So I mean, a lot of this stuff is just like a web. You man, the web. You know what I'm saying? The spider walks. You know what I'm saying? The spider makes the web. The web traps the prey. You see what I'm saying? But it's all links to a chain. You see what I'm saying? So all this stuff that we talking is real spit, man. You know, and it's been is you know, like you said, these Zionists, they made the boule. These Zionists, they made a lot of our figures. They made a lot of our black leaders, our so-called black leaders. You see what I'm saying? And see, that's the thing. We say leaders, and I'm or so-called black because you know that word has no standing. But these leaders that we have or had or similar, that's why so much happened. That's why, and you just said Henry Kissinger. Henry Kissinger was in charge of the Kerner Commission that came out after the riots. You see what I'm saying? And these people wanted to know, you know, the situations why we did and what happened and why we reacted how we reacted during them riots and what made us react the way we reacted during the riots. But that's easy. You killed, you know what I'm saying? We put so much into these black leaders, so-called black. We put so much into these leaders, you see what I'm saying? And then they get killed, and then we're so psychologically programmed into these people, into these leaders, you see what I'm saying, that we reacted the way we reacted. We put so much into Martin Luther King. I mean, obviously, you know, stuff, we didn't burn down stuff and react the way we reacted when Malcolm X died, but like King did. But when King, see, that's to let you know that we, you know, we put a lot into King. You see what I'm saying? But we didn't really look into the fact that King, you know, what other person, not even white people, by the way, would have blocks and boulevards in every city in America. I never even know. I don't even know no white people. I don't even know John Wayne or anybody that got a street or a block in every city. But you notice every block and every street that you know that his name is on in America is ran down. If you notice that, or is the hood. So that's not a coincidence either.
It's the hood. It's the hood into the white community.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not. It's definitely not the neighborhood. I mean, it's definitely not a community, dude, because we gotta own shit in our community and shit. We don't be owning nothing and stuff, and that's by design too. Look how they did Detroit. You see what I'm saying? Look how they did Detroit. They got it. There's like 2 or 3 gas stations in Detroit that black people own. But then I seen a documentary the other day. I should pull that bad boy up right now. I seen a documentary the other day, and it was like, well, what happened? The reporter was asking what happened, and it was like a black. It was like, I think he was like in his 20s, I think, maybe like a teen or something. He was just like, man, we sold all the stores back in the day to them. But see, you know, during when the Ford plants and everything was taken and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, from Detroit, when they messed up our infrastructure on purpose, you see what I'm saying? We had to sell stores. We had to do, you know, we had to do this and that because those big, you know, honestly, those jobs are so good to the point, and the cost of the dollar went so far to the point where you could have had a white picket fence with just that job and the car and the kids and the 1.2. You know what I'm saying? All that you can have all that back in the day. You see what I'm saying? We're just off that one Ford job or just off that one. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it ain't like that. You know, they took them plants and stuff away, and they messed up the infrastructure on purpose in Detroit. You see what I'm saying? And made it to where they had to sell those stores. You see what I'm saying? But that's another thing too. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know about all baby boomers or the boomer situation, but a lot of those boomers they didn't do just by the youngsters. A lot of people back in the day, they was just thinking about partying and having fun and turning up, like we say now. I don't think they were thinking about infrastructure. I don't think they were thinking about our well-being. You see what I'm saying, BJ? I don't think they were thinking about they weren't thinking about us and in land and wealth and stuff like that, because that's not pushing the black community. Just like reading is not pushed. You see what I'm saying, BJ? Reading is not pushed at all. Reading is not cool, even from other black people in the community. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably hit you. Certain people will try, call you names and hit you and beat up on you because they see you got a book and stuff, man. You know what I mean? So we're conditioned about our people, and other people are conditioned about our people. So that's how that works. You see what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and it's just like that, But I mean, so they did Detroit like that. They did a lot of other places like that. Just like they talk about Chicago, you know what I'm saying? But I was, we was talking, the last week we was talking to Umar's pops, and he was like, Chicago's bad and everything. He didn't heard about Chicago, but I mean, he's from Philly, and Philly has one of the number one violent rates right now, or murder rates or something like right now in the country. And Baltimore is bad too. And see, you don't never hear about those two states. And you notice those two states that are really have a large melanin population, right? Melanated population. You see what I'm saying? Those spots are closer to the capital. Just like DC used to be, they used to call it Chocolate City because they used to be all melanated, damn near 80-something%. It used to be like damn near 90% black in DC. But see, you notice they try to obtain an image. Washington want to obtain an image. That's what that is. But then at the same time, they're not tripping, because remember back in the day when George Bush staged that crack deal in the right across from the White House. He staged that crack deal, and he had a piece of crack and said, "Oh, it's happening right across the street from the White House." So it's when they want to play their narrative off, whenever they want to play the narrative off, they want to play the high
Side, right?
narrative.
That was side, right?
Oh, it's a big time side, dude, because that's all that is, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, you got that piece of crack and all that was that quick that happened. And two, why would you film that? Anytime, a lot of times when stuff is on film, it's suspect. When stuff like that is on film and stuff where somebody could be going to jail and something, you know what I'm saying? That's suspect, dude. You know what I'm saying? You already got to look at that weird. Just like when they film these trials, these big trials, they're filming them to where millions of people could see, because they know that your emotions are going to be involved. That's why. You see what I'm saying? And whatever swayed opinion could happen, it's going to make you mad. It's going to piss you off. It's going to get you to react. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a big time psyop. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these are psyops and stuff. A lot of these are stage events. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people, some people, I mean, we go so far as to say that the King assassination, that was kind of, that could have been a psyop, dude, because it's just like they got everybody, they made all these acts and everything right after King died. Like 4 months, that was really suspect too, and they didn't hesitate. It's like, okay, that lets you know right there that they put all these laws in the Welfare Act and all these acts. They're giving you all these acts and nothing permanent. You see what I'm saying? Right after he dies, that's not kind of suspect. Jesse Jackson comes up, you know what I'm saying, as a little figure, and comes up with the Rainbow Coalition and everything after all that. It's like, and then he runs for office and stuff after that. People I don't understand why we don't see the sign. But like I said, critical thinking and you know what I'm saying, that's at an all-time low. People doing research, that's all at an all-time low. People don't be doing reading books. Like, that's not cool in the black community, so we don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Watching Love and Hip Hop is real cool in the black community. That's all good. You know what I'm saying? We could do that all day. We could watch stuff that exploits us all day and gives us conditioning on our own people, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? And stereotypical mind states about our own, and we good. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's just a lot of this stuff is by design, man. Propaganda is legal. Propaganda is legal, so they doing it. They're getting away with it. They told you that you had to put something over your face. And they told you since you did that for a whole year, the flu went away. That's what they told you. The flu, hey, that's why the flu, somebody told me in the gym, hey, the flu went away. I said, oh, yeah, why the flu? How come the flu went away, man? Oh man, the flu went away because we for this whole year we've been wearing the mask. And I'm like, but I thought these people were saying shit was airborne, and I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Well, if the virus is airborne, dude, I'm even not talking about the flu, but if the Rona if it's airborne, then what would a mask do? So because the dude said that in the same, and I'm like, well, how are people getting this stuff, man? The news ain't really telling us how people getting it. Let me know how are people. But what you think? The dude was like, oh, it's airborne, but it's just like if it's airborne, you just told me that the flu cats were beating the flu for a whole year because they weren't wearing masks. So that means that they were beating the Rona too without wearing a mask for a whole year. But if cats are wearing a mask and you just said it was airborne, what would the mask do? You see what I'm saying, BJ? It just don't make no sense, dude. It just don't make no sense, man. I'm just like, I'm looking at people and I'm looking at people. I'm disappointed when it comes down to a lot of people. This is an older cat, man. So that's my thing. And the conditioning is real. We condition, you know. We condition
Yeah.
too, man. And we got other people that do it too. We're gonna say BJ.
I said a lot of people get conditioned to this psyop, but the psyop actually is failing in a lot of places because dang on so many people waking up, they're trying to censor you. So the psyops ain't even working like they used to.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure. And I think see the thing is they getting mad because you know what I'm saying. Cats are waking up and they getting mad because the narrative is changing. They're getting pissed off about it, and they get mad because the narrative is changing. But it's just like, damn, you can fool some people sometime, but you can't fool all the people all the time. Damn. But see, I mean, that's that herd thinking, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is, man. You know what I'm saying? They want, that group think. They want you to, you know what I'm saying? They don't want you to think for yourself. That's why it's group think. It's some, and I don't even understand why people, you know what I'm saying? But it's a condition in the psyop. But let me get on to another thing. Let me get on to the infiltration thing. Internal infiltration with our people, man. I want to get on with that. Internal infiltration with our people, man. I wanted to talk about the boule. The boule, man. I think some people call it the black boule. Some people, I'll just call it the boule. You know what I'm saying? We could ask, we could ask Roland Martin. We could ask Roly Poly. You know what I'm saying? What the definition of it is, because he know all about it. But yeah, man, the boule. These people. This is another thing right here. It's another problem with our people. It's another situation. You know, and it's another reason why a lot of things don't get handled the way it's handled. I think it's the common everyday black, so-called black person, the common everyday, you know what I'm saying, one of us or whatever, and I think a lot of times is held back by these groups. You know, there's a white supremacy, sure. There is a white privilege, sure. But at the same time, these people kind of piggyback and run the ball for these people. You see what I'm saying? The boule. So what is the boule? The boule was something made up by a group of cats that wanted to get back the Skull and Bones in 1904. And it's funny how these people look. These people, you know, when people use that word black and the term and all this stuff, and you would think, you know what I'm saying, they're using it because there's some people that look like me or you are probably darker. You see what I'm saying? But that term, they use that term, but it's just like all these people that started the original secret society could pass. And if anybody know what the word passing was and what passing is, these people could basically pass for white. That's what the term was. So you could, back in the day, they would say, and I wouldn't even say high yellow, but even lighter, like a bright kind of like complexion, like real light skinned melanated woman. A lot of times with even a lot of mixed mulattoes. Those were the main ones that were able to pass back then. So the whole crew, Henry Minton and his crew, were I think it was like one black man that looked like me with that complexion, but at the same time, everybody was real light skinned or whatever. So they wanted to combat the Skull and Bones. They wanted to combat the secret society at Yale. So they made the boule. But the boule has a meaning in it. In the message, it means the advisor to the king. So I've seen and others had broke down, and what I'm about to play in a little while. Others have broke down that word advisor to the king. Others, a lot of people broke it down and basically what they said basically means that that Black Greek society, and it's a Greek society. So that Black Greek society is gonna watch out for the white infrastructure and make sure that the white man is gonna keep being able to rule and keep doing the thing he's doing. I mean, it's not just him, by the way, though. He has Chinese are up next. We'll just say that because they own a lot of America right now. Nobody wants to talk about that. You don't hear that on another thing you don't hear in the lamestream is how China owns a lot of America right now. They bought up a lot of California, but that's another thing. So this boule is I mean, you got to figure it like this. Okay, a regular Masonic society, and I think too, I mean, I'm not a damn Mason or nothing like that, but from what I would say, and from a lot of I've seen and read, and from what people say, I think they do it for stability. I think a lot of people do it to want to belong to something. I think a lot of people do it and don't even really know. But see, the thing is, we're not talking about that. I'm talking about the people that know and that are, because there's two different types of Masons. There's speculative Masons and operative Masons. You see what I'm saying? The operative Masons obviously operative, like operate, basically, you know what I'm saying, meaning the workers. You see what I'm saying? Those are the worker bees right there. And the speculative Masons, you know what I'm saying, are speculating. The ones that are the ones that make the, and you know what I'm saying, that call the shots. The ones that are behind the scenes, the ones that are, running the secret societies. You know what I'm saying? Those are the speculative Masons. You see what I'm saying? So I would say, so the boule is kind of something like that, like a Mason kind of organization, kind of group. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, any regular Mason group would, and I would think in my, and you know what I'm saying, as a thinking man, and what I know, all of them are going to basically try to make it seem like, and try to make it seem like there are no, like, oh no, it's just it's just a society. We all get together, we all hang out, you know what I'm saying? We all spread some ideas here and there, whatever. But these people, these people come together, man. These people, I think some people don't know about it at all. Some, not every Mason, I don't think, knows about what's going on, the lower level ones or whatever. But so I think a lot of Masons join these groups, and these people join the secret societies to basically have ones up over the regular secret society. That's my point. And the boule is no different. The boule is the same. I would say the same. The boule, and you got a lot of Black people. We know that we're in the situations we're in. We know a lot of Black people are in poverty. We know, what I'm saying. The race and discrimination that we face and stuff like that. So I think a lot of times that makes a lot of Black people and Black men want to become Masons even more. You see what I'm saying? But
let me say something about that. I had a roommate there in corrections as a Mason, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a problem with that. I done did a party before at a Masonic lodge, repass, or whatever, right? It's just that when you get into the upper echelon of the spectrum, you got to know what these Masons are doing. Fraternal order police, boys and stuff. I'm more worried about a Mason on a board than a little guy out here claiming he's a Mason, even though he might have some stuff that's going on with him too. But I'm talking about the ones like the 33 degree Masons, Prince Hall Masons, like Obama. I think Obama Mason, but Jesse Jackson, Shopton, these type of guys. These guys in the fraternal thing, because they get kind of Luciferian with it.
Oh, for sure.
So that's the kind of Masons I really worried about. I'm not worried about a woman or man, their little stupid sorority fan club or whatever. I mean, like I said, I really don't care about that. As long as they know that their sorority for real, the top the sorority is coming, it's controlled by really not even a black group, it's controlled by like the Rockefellers and the synagogue of Satan. If they know that, they fine. Because I'm gonna tell you, a lot of these women, that's in these sororities, the men in these sororities, they just looking at the fan club. They don't even know what they pledging to.
And with the
You're not
Easter
supposed
story.
to pledge. You say, I pledge allegiance to the flag. A flag is a symbol, man. And don't pledge allegiance. That means you're tied to it. You don't pledge no sorority, man. You just don't do that. You don't pledge, walking in line, stuff. They got to think about it in their head. What does that really mean? I'm not knocking people in it because what I'm saying is we need to find out who's really controlling the chessboard. When they told you that some sororities in these HBCUs will be requiring students to do a jab, you got a big problem there.
And a lot of, I think, and then that came out like I would say like 4 months ago, like 4 or 5 months ago, man. A lot of these, or like 3 months ago, something like that. These sororities were pushing that too, talking about if you didn't get the jab, you couldn't go to the school. They were starting that first too. A lot of these, so some of these black presidents and stuff at the fraternity and deans and all that was the ones pushing it, and some of these black legislators and one help pushing that, man. You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying about boule, that's what I'm talking about. And they don't necessarily have to be boule, but any kind of, like you said, same with me, just like with racism. I'm not tripping off one person, you know what I'm saying? One little white person, whatever. That whole group, that's what makes racism right there, not that one so-called white supremacist or whatever. You see what I'm saying? That's same. I agree with you. I'm thinking the same with the Masons, dude. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Them as a group, you know what I'm saying? That group dynamic is the power right there, man. And those are the ones like when they get together, man, you know what I'm saying? I think they call shots. And I think Obama was CFR. I think he's Council of Foreign Relations and stuff. And see, that's deadly right there too, because that's different. That's like trilateral commission type dealing, to where I think that's dealing
with Rice, a lot of
them. Say it again.
Susan Rice too.
Oh yeah, Susan. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That whole psyop with her and Snoop and all that, dude. You know what I'm saying? And see, and that's the thing too. That's a good. I'm glad we just brought that up. You just brought that up because that right there was another little thing too. That little psyop, Snoop Dogg psyop, Susan Rice thing. Another black male versus black woman dynamic to bat. You know what I'm saying? To fight and to have that on, have that documented for millions of people to see. That's another thing too. They're both Masons, man. They're both, you know what I'm saying, connected. You feel what I'm saying? These people be connected. So, excuse me, if you're connected, you know what I'm saying? You know what, when you're playing in the psyops and you connect and you know what you're doing. Like that dude that just joined and joined the lodge, and or he just pledged or whatever the case is or whatever. He might not know the real deal. You know what I'm saying? That dude in that blue and that red degree, those dudes in them lower degrees, they might not know. You know what I'm saying? But that one that's about to be that 32nd, that's about to be that 33rd, he know. He done seen and been through a lot of stuff. You see me? And that's the same with the boule, man. It's the same with them. You know what I'm saying? Because that sounds more deadlier. Advisor to the king. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically, hey, I'm holding down the white dude. I'm holding down the white motherfucker as long as possible. I'm holding them down. That's what that is. Advisor to the king. That's deadly, man. You know what I'm saying? What other group has that name in their advisor to the king? You see what I'm saying? That's cold. You know what I'm saying? These dudes, I mean, that's where you get your Roland Mars. That's where you get your boule Democratic shields. That's where you get even the Republicans. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what just because, I'm not gonna say just because you're a Democrat, you're a boule. I'm not gonna say that because I'm pretty sure there's Republicans boule too. You see what I'm saying? It's a connection. This is all it is. And I think these people feel, okay, I'm gonna have one up on every other black person by being this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna know secrets. I'm gonna be connected. I'm gonna feel important. I'm gonna feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like the white man. I'm like right up there with the white man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what I think it is. You know what I'm saying? But these people, man, these people don't do us no good. I think a lot of these, I wouldn't be surprised if these CDC members or CBC, excuse me, the Congressional Black Caucus members were a part of the Boule, were a part of the Links and the Deltas and the AKAs, and you see how many different groups there is, like how many different groups are there?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
it's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And then the crazy thing about it, I heard even like if you Boule or whatever, Prince Hall, because like okay, so the black, I guess, so-called institutions are the Prince Hall, Boule, and the Eastern Stars, if I'm not mistaken. You see, I think that's the women, Eastern Stars.
Yep.
So these three different groups or whatever, it's like, what do you I think they're trying to be close to the white man, and it's just like those people can't go to every lodge. Those groups, those people, one person or whatever, each group, they can't go to every Masonic lodge because those Masonic lodges are white. You see what I'm saying? You can't go to no Masonic white lodge because you're not going to be welcome. You see what I'm saying? So there's racism in Masonry too. So a Boule cat couldn't go to a white lodge like that. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't, but a white person could go to any Boule lodge and he could go to any. You see what I'm saying? A white person could go to any Eastern Star Lodge. He could go to any Prince Hall Lodge, any of that. So what does that tell you? You see what I'm saying? But these people is they got ones up on us. You see what I'm saying? They basically, so if you advisor to the king, if you have something, if you are connected to something called advisor to the king, guess what? That means that your whole sole purpose is to basically not be down with black people. You got to take black people down. You got to take them down, and you got to be subservient to what these people are doing. But see, that's that selfish kind of mentality, BJ. That selfish kind of, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, all right, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? As long as that's that Jim Kleinberg mentality. You heard what Jim Kleinberg said, BJ. What do you say? As long as me and my daughter are good, or as long as me and my daughter is good, hey, Biden don't got to do nothing. Biden don't got to do nothing for me. But see, damn, you damn near got this dude the damn South Carolina ticket. So how you gonna do all that for somebody and you don't, and you were like literally, no, they don't gotta do nothing for me. We're just like that's Boule stuff right there.
I don't
That
think he
right
wants.
there.
I don't think he wants South. Well, I don't think he got him South Carolina ticket because daggone, I know one thing. Daggone South Carolina, Trump won that.
He did, huh? So it's just like, you know, it's just a lot of. I mean, see, but right there, he probably Boule. He's somebody. Clyburn is somebody, dude, because for you to sacrifice any kind of benefit, and that's the thing too, they sacrifice benefits for their people. They
Yep.
sacrifice benefits for their people to help their self, but then at the same time to help the white man. So it's just like,
Yeah. Somebody just sent me something about I think it was a shooting in Chicago.
Okay, you said it's shooting in Chicago? Let me see.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me
might not find it. I mean, they said do Facebook, but 2124 East 71st Street in Chicago.
Let me see. Hold up. Hold on for a second, y'all. I'm gonna have to. I can share my screen. I'm sharing the screen, but at the same time, I gotta do something. I gotta go on. Let me look. All right. Sorry about that. Hold up, y'all. Let me try to get this on. What's the name right now? I got to go out of the studio for just a second. Hold up. Oh, no, I don't. Hold up. Let me remove this. Then I just gotta change it real quick. I'm getting feedback on my phone. All right. Let me share my screen. Okay, sorry about that, y'all, man. We was going in on the boule. We was talking about these secret societies, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll probably continue on. But I wanted to tap in on this real quick. So my boy, I mean, this dude is everywhere. BJ, I mean, he be everywhere, you know what I'm saying? But he is the information man too at the same time, and that's good stuff, man. But at the same time, I don't want to report on this. This is for the record. This is not trauma porn to us. This is not trauma porn. I repeat, this is not trauma porn. This right here is just to segue into something else too, and this is just to see what the hell's going on with our people in Chicago. Because it's funny, we were just talking about Chicago in the beginning of this broadcast. I was just talking about Chicago, were we not? I was just talking about Philadelphia, and this comes up. So this is not trauma porn. So let me share this real quick. I'm already sharing the screen. Let me pass this. What's the name real quick? Excuse me. This. All right.
Businesses here along 75th Street, also
I know y'all can hear it.
Chicago's Black Wall Street, are coming together. They are vowing not to let the violence or the pandemic stop this neighborhood from thriving. At her Brown Sugar Bakery on 75th Street, founder Stephanie Hart offers a piece of cake for peace to a neighborhood just hours after it's once again besieged by violence.
We've been working extremely hard to try to create an environment, especially during the pandemic, that people felt good about coming.
The business is one of several in the city's Chatham neighborhood reacting to the early morning mass shooting that left a Chicago woman dead and several others wounded.
Wait.
Over the last 30 years, businessman Eddie Al-Hatib has owned
numerous
establishments in the community, including currently A&S Beverage.
Why does it say June 13th?
The violence will make efforts to stabilize the area.
Hold up. This might. Let me see. Hold up. Sorry about that.
To help overcome
this might not be the same
problems that the gun is the.
I don't think this is. Is that the same one? Let me hold up, y'all. Oh, sorry about that. That wasn't talking about. I'm trying to get one today. It's weird. You're right, BG. I can't. It's not nothing coming up today. It's weird for today. That's weird. If you could oh, you say, okay, here it is right here. I got something. Hold up. I gotta what's the name? Hold up. I gotta go back. Share it again. Sorry about that, y'all. I gotta go back, share it again. All right. Sorry about that. My bad. Sorry about that.
Top story new overnight. 2 boys ages 14 and
12 here it is.
shot in Albany Park.
Here it is, BJ.
Judy Wang joins us with details on the latest on this shooting. Judy?
Good morning. The boys were among 9 people shot overnight while traveling in cars. In at least 3 of the incidents, the shooters fired from other vehicles. Chicago police are searching for suspects in each case. The 12 and 14-year-old boys were riding in the back seat of a black SUV at about 11:40 last night. Police say someone in another vehicle fired shots at their SUV near West Montrose and North Albany Avenues. The older child was hit in the back of his neck. He is in critical condition at Illinois Masonic Medical Center. The younger boy was shot in the leg, and he's stable at the same hospital. Police spokesperson says the woman who was driving the SUV was not injured. Investigators have not released a description of the shooter's vehicle. More than 200 shooting victims this year have been minors. Now, in the other shootings, a man was killed while riding in a car in Humboldt Park. Another man is in critical condition after he was shot in his jaw and mouth while passing through Lawndale, and 3 women were shot on the far south side in the community of Fernwood. They're in stable condition after one of them was able to drive to Roseland Community Hospital. In the newsroom, Judy Wang, WGN News.
BJ, I mean, I mean, okay.
Chicago, Indiana, are
My thing. Sorry about that.
the
Sorry about that.
was
Sorry about
found
that.
shot
God
to
damn
death
it.
in a
Sorry
home.
about that.
The
Shit's
window in
funny.
front of the building was
This is
riddled with
hilarious.
bullets.
Hold up,
WG's
y'all.
Dana Revick report.
Hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah, BJ. I mean, you know, if something did happen to, you know, one of them people, you know what I'm saying? If something really did happen, you know, if it's a tragedy, you know what I'm saying? May those people rest in peace, man, and may they find justice, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. But at the same time, I don't know when you just start. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the hospital's called the facility or hospital, wherever the hell it's called. Maybe it's just called Masonic, whatever it was called. That sounded weird. But and then there was 3 girls shot and stuff. I don't know. I pay attention to symbolism. I pay attention to numbers. You see what I'm saying? But I mean, the thing is, you hear how, you know, like in the beginning when they was describing it, you hear how right off the back they was like, oh, this is the 200th case in Chicago this year. They don't play. They don't hesitate when it comes down to Chicago. That narrative is strong. That's the main narrative that they got the any kind of white supremacists on any side, on the left or the right. They got that go-to talking point. They got that to go-to talking point. What about Chicago? I didn't had to roast people in person. I didn't had to debate people in person. I even well, it wasn't a debate. It was just when I just crushed them. That wasn't a debate. But I didn't had to check people in person about stuff like that. Those stats. Oh, you know, Chicago, this and that. That's the go-to white supremacist stats. So I think it is bad in Chicago. I think it is crime, but they're not going to tell you that there's 2 cartels in Chicago right now, rival cartels. They're not going to Mexican cartels. They're not going to tell you that. You see what I'm saying? They're just going to tell you it's make it seem like it's just a bunch of black people killing each other. You see what I'm saying, BJ? There's rival cartels in Mexico right now. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you that. See what I'm saying? But like I was saying, I think from we were talking with Umar Johnson's pops. I think this is I think Chicago has crime. It does. We know it. I'm not going to front. It's been had crime from, you know, since back in the day. But at the same time, I think they use this. There has to be some kind of psyops, and a lot of times when it comes down to Chicago, in some of these instances. Remember when the little Mexican boy that got killed or got shot? Remember they were saying he's reaching for the gun, and we didn't see no gun in sight. It's like,
Yeah, you did say that.
What happened in that case? You see what I'm saying?
Who knows?
It's like, you remember that, BJ, dude? And that was like 4 months ago. So it's just like man, dude. I think Chicago, they really be having cases. Is, you know, it's really it's bad out there. But like I said, they're not gonna talk about the Mexican cartels that are out there, 2 rival ones. Not telling. I don't know why we don't hear about that. You see what I'm saying? There is an influx of white Mexicans on Mexican shooting too. They don't talk about that. They just try to make it seem like it's all black people out there shooting and killing each other. You notice that? It's never no it's just always us. And when it's a narrative of us, any kind of violence in the city, it's always black people. Even if it's not even them. Even if it's not us. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing. That's why the boule and sources like this come into play. And like you said, the small hats come into play because the small hats control media. If I control my media, I could say whatever I want about Frank Nitty and King BJ. You feel what I'm saying? I could say whatever I want about our people. You feel what I'm saying, King BJ? What do you think about that, man? What you think about the Chicago? What do you think about the Chicago incident we were just watching, man? What do you think about it, man? I mean, we don't have that much details, but what did you think?
I mean, was the government hit? Was a police officer shot him again? Like they put the mask on and shot, or what? I mean, you need to know. They were dressed up in masks over there in there one time. So it could also be government influence. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, we got a lot of problems we got to deal with, and like I said, the boule is not helping. I did want to say that I got to run off in a little bit. Got something got to handle, stuff like that. But yeah, I was waiting for Chaq to come on so we could tackle it all together. But yeah, I know it's about. I had just got in the house when you called me, but I mean you texted me, but I said I'm gonna come on because you know we had a good show the other night, even though we did, but at least we know the audio works now. I don't know if you did something different, but I just want to say that we got to be vigilant. People in California, Be aware they coming hard down the pike. California and New York are always grounds for social experiments. I call California and New York like almost like ground zero when it comes to events. Because Kamala Harris already told you we want the U.S. to go the way of California. That's what she said.
You know, okay, BJ, I know you got to bounce a little while, but dude, okay, I just wanted this. I wanted to segue into kind of this right. You just said something important that just sparked my brain right now. You just said, that's right. I remember when she said that, but see, you know what that is right there? That is getting ready right there for the American Union to make the American Union official. The American Union and the currency of the American Union is called the Amero. You feel what I'm saying? So the American Union is basically, what is it? That's basically America, Canada, and Mexico. Combining those three together. That's when the New World Order comes in, because there's already an African Union already. There's already a European Union. The next thing on board is the American Union. You see what I'm saying? That's why they usher stuff in slow, and they hit you with stuff slow. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a piece to the puzzle. You see what I'm saying? And that next person, but that's what that is. That's why and that's maybe why Bill Gates is buying up land and stuff out here. That may be why Bill Gates is buying up stuff like that in China too. You see what I'm saying? Because you figure,
Canada, I think, got a water shortage today.
They were talking about a water shortage.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, you gotta understand, they buying a lot of water on the stock market right now. Look it up later, but they buying water on the stock market. As a commodity, man. They really making it a little, there's gonna be some funny stuff going on. I mean, hey, look, I'm waiting for September. You talking about you got a prize in August? I'm waiting for September, October, December, and November and December. That's what I'm waiting for.
Because that's when, because he already said, Joe Biden already said, and they've been already saying, it's going to be a cold winter. These motherfuckers don't say, come on, dude. Like, they don't, it's like, you know what I'm saying? They don't say stuff like this.
Hey, the doc went last year in Texas. Remember that the doc went when the lights went out?
That was like, dude, that was playing like a motherfucker, dude. Because then Texas talking about they was gonna form their own union or some shit, or they was gonna break off from us again and shit. And see, history repeats itself, because it's not the first time Texas try to or either talk about breaking out away from America. History do repeat itself, and if we don't, you know what I'm saying, we don't stay vigilant. If we don't read and we don't do our research, if you know what I'm saying, we don't be checking up on this type of stuff and already be knowing, you know what I'm saying, we're not gonna know. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna be looking crazy, man. Like, but dude, yeah, man, my bad. Yeah, BJ, man, I had to segue into that, man, because I think that's why, and that's what I think too. These people, you know what I'm saying, they give you, like, that's why they give you stuff before it happens. They'll give you hints, just like, you know what I'm saying, the Gulf of Tonkin and events like that, 9/11 events like that, you know what I'm saying, down the line, they'll admit, yeah, you know, we messed up. Yeah, this was fake. This was a psyop, or, you know what I'm saying, or, yeah, we didn't do this right, or something like this. The government will say a little something for you to finish up. You see what I'm saying? 20 years down the line, they'll admit when they're wrong and stuff like that, man. That's exactly what that is, man. But, I mean, like, not even trying to go back into this just jab the Rona situation, man, but we got this right here, man. This is, if this ain't telling us, you know what I'm saying, if this ain't telling us what it is, you know what I'm saying, if this is not telling us, if we're not vigilant, you see what I'm saying, if this is not telling us and basically knocking up us on side of our damn heads, I don't know what is. Because, you know what I'm saying, you could post something about, you know what I'm saying, oh, you know, you not be in favor of the vaccine, or you this and that. You're not going to get that many likes from people, man. People, oh, the algorithm. I don't even know if they change or mess with the algorithm on no damn Facebook. Motherfuckers see your post. They're just like, nah, I don't agree with that. That's just what that is. I don't agree with this guy on Facebook. No, this is my friend. You know, this is my whoever. I've known him for years, this and that. I don't agree with that. You see what I'm saying? So with that tell you, oh shit, what happened?
I just want to say, I mean, it goes to show you that a lot of things are never what they seem. But when you smell a rat, you smell a rat. The rat right now is the U.S. government and nations around the world planning one.
That's exactly who it is, dude. That's exactly who it is, man. You know what I'm saying? the biggest rats, you know what I'm saying? And see that's a clever motherfucker. If they got the, these motherfuckers got the audacity, and they had to, they had like, they're talking about William O'Neal. I was seeing something like, oh, that was a real, first official snitch. It's just like, dude, there was more snitches than that, man. That was not the first snitch and shit. That was the first snitch that everybody, we know about. You know what I'm saying? That was the first informant that we know about was Ron O'Neal. I mean, excuse me, not Ron O'Neal, William O'Neal. But there was a lot of them, dude. You figure the Black Panthers were getting funded by Jane Fonda, dude. Come on, like, you're a black, you know what I'm saying, group, you know what I'm saying, militant group like that, and you're getting funded by white scholars. That's kind of a red flag right there too. Or not even white scholars, white celebrities, white people in movies, you know what I'm saying? So what does that tell you? You see what I'm saying? That's not the first black informant right there. A lot of black people was informants, dude. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us was and still are. But see, that's what I'm talking about. But back to the boule. You see what I'm saying? Them, we gotta stay vigilant, man. We gotta stay on it, man. We gotta stay on it. Next time, I'm saying, I'll go more into debt and stuff like that.
Yeah, we definitely go back. Matter of fact, I probably can bring you on in a couple of days again. So there you go. Like I always say, thanks for always rocking out with me and stuff like that. My website's kingbjmedia.com and kingbjfitness.com, Bernard Johnson, Facebook, Bernard1120 on Instagram. Just make sure that, we stay vigilant during this time, man. Hey, look, they always say you're in for the ride of your life, right? Next 5 months, we're going to be in the ride of our life. But you might have to say, if you're smart, it's called fight or flight. And you might have to fight for your life. You only get one life, and you got to keep it.
Oh yeah, Big BJ. Yeah, so make sure.
50 Cent had it wrong. He said, get rich or die trying. No, it ain't about getting rich or die trying. It's about staying alive while with the possibility of getting ready to die. That's how I look at it from a different point. He tells you to get rich. Your mission is only the strong survive, and that's what's going to have to be. I remember when I was a little boy, I used to watch, not even a little boy, maybe a halfway adult, maybe I had turned adult, maybe 20. And I'm from Virginia. One of my favorite basketball players of all time was Allen Iverson. He's from an hour up the road from me. I go up there all the time.
I like AI.
Allen Iverson had only the strong survive. And that's where it is. That's how it's got to be. So, I've seen a lot of people I thought were strong and felt the pressure. Even the guy, what is his name? Rikuda Rashidi, whatever that guy's name. He's an African guy. He's preaching African spirit out or something. But Rashid, man, you look him on your side.
I know you're talking
about. But with that being said, brother, I'm gonna run. Thank you for bringing me on again. Next time, I'm gonna bring you on another panel, hopefully, and we're gonna have some more fun. And I just want you to take your time and have a blessed day. And stay strong, brother.
Oh yeah, you too. Yeah, I'll make sure y'all follow King BJ, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit his Cash App, hit everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Follow him, follow his channel, follow his fitness channel, man. This dude, you know what I'm saying? He's a nutritionalist, you know what I'm saying? Coach, everything. This dude don't play, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all make sure y'all support my man. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to his channel, like his stuff. This dude got, man, tons of videos. This dude got videos with a lot of people, man, with some scholars, man. He got some with Judge Joe Brown. Man, from political to religion, man, this dude, spirituality, everything. This dude hits it, man. So y'all make sure y'all follow this cat, all right? It's my man right here, man. Oh yeah. So you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So Frank Nitty, xxfranknitty.com, you know what I'm saying? Frank Jones 8115, you know what I'm saying? Instagram, 714-603-3164. That's the Zelle. JonesFrank9@gmail.com, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
And my Cash App is, you said my Cash App is $1919 BJ.
Make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, support my man. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Support your boy. Yeah, word, man. So yeah, BJ, man, I appreciate you taking your time out of your day, man. You know what I'm saying? Tapping in again, man. We'll definitely do it again, man. Appreciate the information, everything you said too, man. Oh yeah, support your boy,
I'm
man.
gonna keep on sending you information when I get it like hot off the press. So take your time.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, man. Oh yeah, man. Word. All right, BJ, man. Appreciate it, man.
Man.
Oh yeah, always a
All right, I'm
pleasure,
out.
brother. Oh yeah, all right. Oh yeah, so y'all support BJ, man. You know what I'm saying? All his endeavors. That's you know what I'm saying. It's a good dude right there, man. Very vigilant, very vigilant cat. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. So appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit your boy up. You know what I mean? Support this YouTube channel by any means. We constantly dropping information. You know what I'm saying? Constantly dropping information. You feel me? Like all the time. You know what I'm saying? All the time. We constantly dropping this info. You feel me? Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Word. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. So I'm what I'm gonna do is let me go back to go into 5 more minutes of this boule stuff, and I'm gonna get my ass out of here, man. So let me switch it up. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna listen to a little bit of this stuff.
Analogy in the story to Skull and Bones. It wasn't until we got the history book that the analogy that looked happenstantial in the story in the LA Times was actually deeper in the actual history book, where they drew attention to Skull and Bones. It denoted that W.E.B. Du Bois was a member, and it began to describe people, influential people in the present day society, and historically, our university, historically black college presidents are primarily coming out of this advisors to the king. And that word, that boule word, can be looked up in a encyclopedia. Well, now people don't use them, they use internet. And that's a dangerous thing, a dangerous dependency. But boule, B-O-U-L-E, the Greek version. There's a French version that's a coming together, a conclave, the AKA called their convention, the boule. But the Greek word is what we're looking for, the advisors to the king. The lower house of the Greek parliament is called boule. And if you know the American congressional system, Senate, 6 years, more power, authority, only 100, 2 per state. Congress, 435, have to run every 2 years. Your lower house has less power and authority. So it appears as if in finding the boule, that within it was a subordination to something else. And in its history book, it drew attention. Here's a logo. And this is their logo is a Grecian sphinx. It's an animal. And this Grecian sphinx is similar to a griffin or a gargoyle. Kind of ironically, the boule had their convention in Los Angeles in 1941. And where else? Griffin Park. And this logo, this symbol, is a guardian animal. This would be similar to a Rottweiler or a dog or a German Shepherd. They tend to protect something higher than itself.
Let me ask you a question. I went to Howard University, for instance, and a number of African so-called Greek societies, fraternities, as well as in our community, there's a number of secret, semi-secret organizations. How is the boule different than the numerous fraternities and groups in our community? What is the relationship to the ruling class?
Father, son. The nine make up the axis of the Black Greek dynasty. There are 4 male societies, 4 female societies, and the boule make the 9th one. They're the first, 1904 series, the alphas, versed in the exact order, but I have all of their history books, and each of them draw attention to things where they got their ritual from. The deltas draw.
So why let so okay, you go to school, see that lets you know right there how much influence that these colleges and these fraternities really be having over black people. They said they got the 9 Greek fraternity symbols or fraternities or so it's you notice another that's another Masonic number 9. But the thing is, why are we so influenced? So what do you, I mean, the thing is, you know what I'm saying? what kind of religions do these people that follow this stuff really? What kind of religion do they really believe in? What kind of religion do they believe in? You know, what kind of religion do they believe in? That's what I want to know.
Attention to Freemasonry said our ritual came from Mary Church Terrell, whose husband Robert Terrell was head of the Masonic Lodge in Washington, D.C. Mary Church Terrell,
yeah, that was the richest black dude,
is the daughter of the first black millionaire in America, Robert Church of Memphis, Tennessee. Huge mausoleum to him there. Those societies, those 4 male, those 4 female, and the boule tend to make up a aristocracy. We talked in the park about the 10%, not in the sense of us in exclusivity, but them in the terms of deputizing 10% of the population to assure that the 90% never catch on. And it's very important to know that if you look to Alpha Phi Alpha website, there's alphas, kappas, Qs, and Phi Beta Sigma. There's Zeta Phi Beta, Delta Sigma Theta, AKA, and Delta, I'm missing somebody, Sigma Gamma Rho. If you look to, say, the Alpha website, they brag about being 95% of all black lawyers. Now, if the Alphas are 95% of the black lawyers, what does that
let me
do
stop
to
this for a
Kappas
second.
and
Let me stop
Qs?
this for a second. Let me stop
Okay,
this for a second. See, that's what I was just talking about with BJ right now. That's what I was just talking about. You hear how he said that? You hear how he said they 90-something% of the black lawyers? See, that's what I'm talking about. These people are getting these people are getting ahead. These people are ahead of you. They're putting these people over you. It ain't just other groups, other racial groups that they put over black people. It's other black people that they put over black people. Other more prospering black people they'll put over you, another black person. You see how they do that? 95%. That's damn near every damn. So that's like what kind of odds is that? I just had to play the rest of this. I had to play the rest of some of this real quick. That's a big percentage. That's a big ass percent. My bad.
In the 90s, they claimed to be 65% of the black accountants, the lawyers, the doctors dominating. And it may be that our professions are dominated by people in the Greek societies. At Howard, there was a student that I tried to help get a doctorate in engineering. Very exclusive about giving them out. If you get one, you're set for life. Morgan State, Howard are very exclusive. Took big money from governments to make engineers, but the brothers weren't come
See,
down.
okay, let me stop.
We found how close-knit, how selective the professional process
this is another got to be
so
another
he ended up at the patent office. He was a Kappa.
All right. You see how he said Howard University. Isn't that where your girl Kamala Harris came out of Howard University? They call it Coward University. They should call it Coon University because there's a bunch of coons that come out there. Cooning and buffooning. How soon can you be cooning and buffooning? How soon can you be cooning and buffooning? Soon. As soon as master put you on that payroll, as soon as, you know what I'm saying? As soon as master say he gonna hook you up, you're gonna be cooning and buffooning. Soon. That's soon. That's ASAP. But so that's not a coincidence that Kamala Harris came out that same university. It's not a coincidence. You see what I'm saying? You see how these? I think she was an AKA, right? Or a Delta. You see how these people are like put in before you even know who they are? They like already put into place and everything. She just happened to go to that boule establishment they call Coward University, and now she's the vice president of the United States. That's why some of these people they be wanting you to push for these historically black colleges. Tough. It be Democrats and Republicans that be giving funding to them too, dude. So they know they're not just giving. They don't want black people to succeed like that, dude. They're not giving funding because so black. You know what I'm saying? So and not all black people go to historically black colleges. There's other races that go there too. They can tell you that. You know, but damn, dude, like they be. She just happened to go to the Boule Academy that they called Coward University. You see what I'm saying? That they happen to call Coward University. All right, we're gonna listen to a little more of this, and I'm gonna get out of here.
He said we have 15 blacks, 1 female, 14 brothers, and all 14 of us are Kappas. Only Kappas gonna get in here. And there are jobs all over where we think we're applying for something fair and open. But I would suggest that the ruling class recognize this was a very significant period, Didon, when they decided that they would give a college degree to a person of African ancestry in America who, after Reconstruction, should have been pretty pissed off. And so they were very weak about to Africans in America. Only 2,000. So there was this thing they went through, a born man versus the made man. The born man, the king and the queens of Europe, had to deputize people to colonize the lands, the Columbuses and the Cecil Rhodeses who went to Africa. They weren't the aristocracy, but they fought to be gladiators and colonists and explorers. The Lewis and Clark, who were Masons.
That's what these
men used the societies to.
You see how he said Cecil Rhodes. Cecil Rhodes is a beast. Cecil Rhodes, that was a dude, that was a hell of a colonizer dude. That was the dude that he cornered the market in the diamonds in Africa. You know what I'm saying? One of them diamond stealers from Africa, you feel me? You know. He was definitely connected too. Cecil Rhodes is hella connected. Cecil Rhodes is a Mason. That's why there's Rhodes Scholars in university. Like you're a Rhodes Scholar, like a kind of scholarship form. Rhodes, that's named after Cecil Rhodes. Big time oppressor, big time African oppressor, big time diamond stealer, big time African exploiter. Cecil Rhodes.
To advance the wishes of the ruling class, and they set up a system, a circle within a circle within another circle. Each circle protected
3 circles.
Within.
No, 1, 2, 3. So another Masonic number.
Logo. You see, there's an urn. There's an animal with the wing of the bird, the tail of a lion, and it's got an urn, and it's got its paw over the urn, and it says in the history book number 2 by Hobart Jarrett that in the urn are the names of the people who are chosen to lead the state, which suggests that part of the society function is not to make known who the people of power and authority are. And one of their most serious indictments to this society is what they were used to do against Marcus Garvey.
Can you explain that, please?
Marcus Garvey, who began to surge for Africa, the Negro was breaking free, doesn't have a good reason to get with the white American establishment.
You're right.
They don't have a good reason.
They're not getting paid.
They built the country, got set free, didn't get the 40 acres and the mule, got reconstructed when they began to move into the southern houses and the Senate. They got reconstructed and knocked back. So there's disarray in our community. And this is before the industrial cities of Chicago and others began to have steel and stock markets. These are cattle, not bonds, where people began to work in the South, fled to the North to work in those factories. And Robert Abbott, who was a Boule man from Chicago defender, who it was a period when all the black editors were brought into Washington and told that they would have cracked down on Marcus Garvey, and their newspapers were not to be used. The Pittsburgh Courier, Chicago Defender, the Afro-American in Baltimore and Washington. All of these are Boule families, the advisors to the king, this group. So when Marcus Garvey came, whites began to think that maybe assimilation is better. Maybe we can escalate. Let's not let these go. Maybe they don't seem too pissed off about all of this. Maybe they'll forgive these things we did to their ancestors. and maybe we can trick them, have a little, want some more. Maybe. So as Garvey began to move, they began to see that a Harlem Renaissance could have been necessary, that they could then attract Africans in America into literature and science and the arts and poetry. And when he said back to Africa, he's trying to get to Liberia. So R.R. Moulton, who was a big Boule man from Tuskegee University, who replaced Booker T. Washington, R.R. Moulton became a spy for the U.S. government to coordinate the program against Marcus Garvey in America. We have declassified documents that came out in 1993. The Memphis Commercial Appeal did the story about Martin King, Kwame Ture. A lot of things came out about spying. Well, in that, which did not make the public press, when we actually filed for the documents, there was R.R. Moulton telling Von Demon at military intelligence, don't tell anyone what I'm going to tell you about what Marcus Garvey said last night in Harlem, you know, and the letters marked confidential. And of course, eventually, R.R. Moulton, who went to Liberia, was given $5 million to form a committee to keep Marcus Garvey out of Liberia. He never made it. He wanted to get there bad. They put $5 million in 1919, man. This is 50 million, 100 million today. Inconceivable. And they rewarded R.R. Moulton for trying to undermine Marcus Garvey. He got the first, check this is deep, he got the first Black Veterans Hospital in the United States at Tuskegee. And then what did they give him for reward? Syphilis.
Syphilis.
You see the reward? Yeah, see, he got something.
Y'all seen that? You see the dude, the sellout, R.R. Moulton, the dude, the sellout cat. Got a hospital and they gave him syphilis. See, what's the term that white supremacists likes to break their toys, you know what I'm saying? And see, the thing is, you know, there's white supremacy, yes, there's racism, all that, but the thing is, these people, they got these people doing the dirty work. Like Al Jolson used to be Al Jolson. Have you ever heard of Al Jolson? Al Jolson used to, you know, back in the day, he used to do like blackface, like, you know what I'm saying? Like them stereotypical blackface, little stereotypical blackface, little fake little movies or whatever, little skits or whatever, dancing and singing or whatever. So he used to do that about us. So, you know, Al Jolson, you had others back in the day that used to do that and have the little fake stereotypical singing and dancing about Black people. But at the same time, now you got, you don't need that no more now. Now you got us doing it to each other now. So that's crazy, crazy. You got us doing it to each other. We're Al Jolson now. You got Mona Scott Young. You got people like that, you know what I'm saying? The producer of Love and Hip Hop, making the kind of stuff that she be making stereotypical, you know what I'm saying, shows about Black people, Black Americans. But it's funny, she's not a Black American. She's Haitian. So you see how these people sell us out? They sell American Blacks out. The indigenous Blacks, they sell us out. You know. And a lot of these people, a lot of these Boule people they were actually Caribbean too. They were actually, you know, some of these people weren't even indigenous Black. So I can't be indigenous Black. They weren't indigenous melanated people. You know what I'm saying? They weren't the real indigenous ones. So, you know, that's why they do what they do. And that's why they go through such a campaign to, you know, erase our history and to do what they do and to try to make it like they're superior. That's why they do that. That's why they put so much of effort into doing that. You know, they got to know something about our history that a lot of us don't, right? Or stuff about our history that a lot of them people, them don't. But you know, only that 10% or 1% know. You know, that's what that is. So these bad boys, you know what I'm saying? They ain't no joke. But yeah, man, syphilis. See, and Roly Poly Martin, that's why Roly Poly Martin, if y'all kept up with that, if y'all keeping up with it, that's why Roly Poly Martin last week, that's why he tried to double back. That's why he tried to, you know what I'm saying, basically cape and try to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, that the Tuskegee experiments was just monitoring, and they was just monitoring the people with syphilis, but didn't give them no medicine. and basically didn't make the situation, like they didn't cause the situation, but they didn't make the situation any better by not giving them any medicine. Like that makes sense though, because you went to Howard University, you know what I'm saying? And that's Boule, and you know what I'm saying? So basically that makes sense. So they gave this guy, which was a R.R. Moten, which was a Boule, you know, they gave him Tuskegee, what the hospital and the university, and what did he get? He got syphilis, right? So that's why people like Roly Poly Martin was trying to downgrade that, because Roly Poly Martin is Boule. People like that in I'm not even gonna say black media, man. I don't want to say that word, but people in this media realm that look like me and me, you know what I'm saying? They're Boule. So that's a crazy situation, man. But did you hear what he said though? So these dudes, man, it was, you know what I'm saying? It was giving that whole syphilis thing was real, man. That's not no joke. You know what I'm saying? That's not no game. They was really giving people syphilis. They was really giving people you know, these diseases. Giving us. They were sterilizing women in the 30s. You're not gonna hear that. You're not gonna hear that on the news. People like Margaret Sanger, you know, the eugenist, you know, she was ahead of the eugenics. We're gonna have to make a show about that too, because a lot of white people, a lot of black people a lot of us don't even know so about Margaret Sanger and her eugenics project, and how she was basically trying to exterminate black people, and she was sterilizing black women in the 30s and 40s. They're not gonna talk about that. Even them sharecroppers and stuff like that back in the day, they was doing them like that. So they're not gonna tell you that. They're not gonna tell you this. They're not gonna tell you this. They're not gonna tell you this for a reason, man. They're hiding certain stuff for a reason. Of course, they're not gonna tell you this. Of course, they're hiding this information for a reason. It's a fact. There's a reason why they're hiding it. Why would they tell you? You know, right? Because a lot of that plays into that Darwinism and that bullshit. Darwinism and that bullshit. What's the name? Darwinism. What's the other fool that was related to him? Marxist, Karl Marx. And the crazy thing about it is, and shit, man, these motherfuckers and shit, man, these Black Lives Matter and people and shit. How do you follow somebody like Karl Marx, somebody that didn't even wash their ass and shit? You know what I'm saying? How do you follow people like that? Don't listen to people when it comes out of politics and your ideology. You know what I'm saying? If anything and shit, if you have your own, even if, you know what I'm saying, if it's not right or whatever, I mean, or people don't think it's right or don't agree with it, whatever, let that still, you stand on your own principle when it comes out of politics or religion or some shit like that. Don't go with confided with the next month for these next motherfuckers are doing. They motherfuckers is trying to lead you astray. So yeah, man. I mean, damn, they syphilis, dude. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? And see, that's what these motherfuckers don't want to tell you. And see, they really fucking with the history now, and they want to keep messing with Black history now, our history now. So it makes me think, man, you messing with the history like that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of this shit fake and shit, dude, because you're so quick to, you know what I'm saying, trying to erase and dismiss, dude. Like, I don't know, man. But I'm gonna close this out real quick. Let me play a little bit, a couple more minutes of this, man. It's still Steve Coakley joint. I'm gonna close this out.
Go back. But what they got was bad, they gave them,
So let me ask you, so in essence, what you're saying is that the Boule represents the buffer class, the petty bourgeois.
Shout out to D-Don.
Buffer class that manages Africa's workers, peasants, students, and middle class in many ways.
In indie radio, this is their page. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, doing this for fair use.
From the European
shout out to them, though,
yes,
and their page,
Today, where Boule members like Vernon Jordan, who is managing director of Goldman Sachs, he took Bill Clinton's first Bilderberger meeting in 1971. The black man took the white man from Arkansas to the big international meeting. Vernon Jordan, former head of the Urban League, who groomed Ron Brown, who then went on to become Secretary of Commerce, killed in a plane crash, murdered, because Boule are considered domestic. Martin King was Boule. Look at the relationship between Martin and Kwame over going against the war. You don't hear anybody in the African-centered community primarily against the war. They're basically accepting it or looking for what they try to get when whites are passing out things like, you know, a grant here, this or that. They don't appear to be focused on that money that's being wasted.
Okay, this is the last. I'm gonna close this out.
African
support the war?
They are not. No. I'm just saying they are not pushing against the war. Yeah. Same way Martin King, when April 4th of 67,
you're right.
1 year before he was killed to the day, when he came out of Riverside Church with Kwame in a shirt and tie in the front row, waiting to hear, because he called, said, you got to hear this. He comes out against the war. Boule men are told to be domestic, not international. Mickey Leland was Sigma Pi Phi. He tried to stop a starvation going on in Ethiopia, Somalia. His plane crashes into the mountain. Congressman from Texas, he dies. Ron Brown, Martin King, no question. Martin King became international, and that became his biggest sin. He was financed by some of the greatest foundations America ever had to offer. But if they get beyond the defined limit, then there's trouble.
In terms of young people today who are on college campuses who want to join fraternities and sororities, what is your advice?
It's interesting. The movie Stomp the Yard. I thought that was an interesting attempt to try to reconstruct the options because they are catching hell in the streets. There is a rise of Kemetic-centered, African-centered societies that are repudiations of Greeks. And this is on the rise on many of the campuses around the country. And many of those fraternities and sororities, like the American military, were finding reduced numbers. Questions of hazing and brutality. And see, that's an important thing about a secret society is the initiation or the ritual, which is an act of submission. I would never want anyone to underestimate when someone goes on that line and they beat them or they make them do things or unusual things or ridicule them, that act is an act of submission. And that's very essential to keeping a secret society in order. How do you command that subordination? And so for today, when they're on the campuses, they see the Boule. If you look to the Boule Journal, you can look up sigmapi5.net. You can hit up my website, stevecoakley.com, and then you can link into their website. You look at their Boule Journal, you see what they play up. They're the head of everything. They're announcing every key position they have. They're the advisor to every person, every corporation. They're the black head of American Express. You know, we can just walk on down the line of those that roles were theirs and only theirs. No one got past. You know, I noticed that Harold Washington, our black mayors were uniquely Boule. Andy Young when he was Atlanta, Dinkins when he was New York, Bradley when he was Los Angeles. But none of those men were able to groom their man. So Bradley was mayor 20 years, but didn't have Bradley too. You know, Dinkins couldn't turn it over to anybody. Them white folk walked and beat on his door to run him out.
All right, y'all. So y'all see, I'm about to get off here, but y'all see how he said that they wanted their Boule foreign. Domestic, not foreign. That makes sense because King started talking about all types of stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that could compromise. And he talked about in a war, and in the war, he's talking about not, you know what I'm saying. So that right there was alone was a red flag to them. He talked about a poor person's march, not good. You know what I'm saying? Because poor person's march, that you know, poverty was all across the world. That's international. You see what I'm saying? He's starting to get into international affairs. They had to take him out. Even though they used Martin Luther King, they used the hell out of him. You know, and I think he was Boule too, honestly. So you know, so they did that. And did you hear how he said that Ron Brown or whoever else could groom? You know, they could be groomed, but they couldn't groom. There couldn't be a Ron Brown too. There couldn't be another predecessor of Ron Brown that was a black dude. You see that? So basically the white people was controlling them and controlling their success. That's crazy, man. So I'm about to close out, man. So this video was for fair use. You see what I'm saying? It was just for you know what I'm saying, educational purposes only, man, and just for you know, just for conversation purposes. Fair Use Act under this is Fair Use Act under 1975, I think. So shout out to Indie Radio and shout out to my boy and shout out to
Hey, welcome to Southern California, KPFK, Brother Steve Coakley.
Hey, good evening.
Shout out to D-Don, KPFK. So I'm about to conclude my broadcast, man. I've been on here for an hour and a half, man. You know what I'm saying? Just chopping it down with you. You know what I'm saying? Had my guest BJ on. He was killing it. Earlier, killing it with the information, man. You know what I'm saying? Spitting fire like usual. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So this is a little Saturday session, man. A little something I thought I brought up, man. I made up, you know what I'm saying? Saturday session. Had to get that good game, you know what I'm saying, on a Saturday for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Wake up if y'all still barely waking up, man. It's almost 4 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? It's 4 o'clock out here, you know what I'm saying? So, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have a good day, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, subscribe. I can't stress this enough to y'all, man. Like the channel. Don't just watch the videos. Like the videos. Press the like button. You feel me? Even the dislike button. Press something to where it you know what I'm saying? It changes the algorithm for the video. Press the like button. Subscribe. Share. You feel what I'm saying? Don't just watch the video. Like, even if you don't watch the motherfucking video. Press the like button, the thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe and share. You feel what I'm saying? I got to get a PayPal. I don't have a PayPal up right now. I got to make that. I'm still transitioning. I know I'm still transitioning making that. But you can hit my Zelle is 714-603-3164. You know what I'm saying? That's the Zelle. Yeah. And then y'all could, if y'all want to donate, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can hit me up, hit the YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? If y'all not subscribed yet, if y'all just, you know what I'm saying, y'all just typed it in. It's XX Frank Nitty XX, you know what I'm saying? So it is on the algorithm. You could you type that in, you are gonna get my page. You see what I'm saying? Good looking out, YouTube. I don't know. I probably did something right. And then all right, so and then XX Frank Nitty XX, that is the Snapchat, I think. That is the Snapchat, yeah, I think. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so Frank Nevermind Jones is the Facebook. Frank NVRMIND Jones. You see what I'm saying? Frank Jones 8115 is the Instagram, y'all. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, you know what I'm saying? The whole 9, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't hit the Zelle 714-603-3164, even if you don't you know what I'm saying, even if you don't donate nothing, man, you know what I'm saying, just hit the like button, man. Hit that like button, you know what I'm saying? Support your boy in that way, man. There's all different types of ways to support on here, you know what I mean? Giving y'all some crucial information, some stuff y'all probably do know, some of this stuff y'all probably don't know. You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff y'all probably don't care about. It's all about supporting, you know what I'm saying? Supporting melanated media. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know what I mean? Get back at your boy. You know what I mean? Holler back at me, all right? I'm going to holler back at y'all. I'm going to see y'all later. Y'all have a good Saturday, man. And subscribe to your boy King BJ, man. Subscribe to my guest that I'll be having on here. You know what I'm saying? Hit his channel up. You know what I'm saying? Donate if y'all can, all right? And, yeah, XX Frank Nitty XX is the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't miss it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to holler back at y'all. Much love. Peace, health, wealth, happiness to the family. All right. Y'all stay up.